Oh!
Tonight will be a...
He fucked that one up. Radio!
Tonight... I cannot think about it.
This motherfucker. God damn it, the hell, what is it? Radio!
Tonight... I feel like everything... How have I'm just gonna say radio. It's better.
Alright, I'm gonna start this over. Radio!
Tonight is definitely a late night.
Come, call it. S-U-R-E-N-O. S-U-R-E-N-O.
U-S-E, fingers in the air for the V.
Oh, hey. Radio! Tonight is definitely a late night. What's going on? Today, I'm going to tell you a story. I know you guys like jail shit, but it's not no gangster jail shit, but it's still jail shit. Well, basically, then this is going to be a couple-parter, because I know I can't fit it all in one. It's just how the world's crazy, how everything, like, is connected, like that movie. I think it's called Crash, something like that. Where everything somehow is connected, something like that, right? So that's what this story is based on. It's just a small world. It really is. It's a small world. How, you know, I don't know. It just is. Like, for instance, when I grew up, when I was down in Culver City and I was a kid, like, on our little block that we had, we had, in the west side, we got all the colors. I've said this before. Why is it so bouncy? What the fuck? Hold on a second. Pause. All right. Try this again. So, like, for instance, like, when I was a kid growing up, you know, on our block in the west side, we had all the colors. That's the thing. Nothing was racially predominant anywhere. And doing it again. What the fuck? Maybe it's better now. So, like, when I ended up growing up with, like I said, what the fuck? I just fucked it up completely and shit. Like I was saying, I grew up with like every race. You know what I mean? In the west side, you got all that shit. We got, you know, whites, black, Mexican, gangsters, Crips, Bloods, you name it, skaters, surfers, everything. So you could be anything, you know, growing up. Well, one of the dudes that lived on our block, his name was Roy, and I'm not gonna say his last name, doesn't even matter. It's Bad Boy, but I found out later he was just a regular kid, just a square kid. And then I ended up going to camp. And when I was in camp, the next bunk next to me was that fool. We were kids together, you know what I mean? And now he's Bad Boy from Venice Shoreline Crip. And I tripped out like, what the fuck? And ain't seen him since we were kids, you know? Well, I was just tripping out how it's a small world, because, for example, another time I was in Medium North in Wayside back in 1992 or whatever, and when I was young, I had a little girlfriend. You know, I was like, when I mean young, I mean I'm talking about like 9 years old and shit too. You know, I was just a kid, and I had a little girlfriend, Claudia Casanova, and the thing is, she was cheating on me with this black dude named Steve, right? And me and him, we ended up fighting and shit, right? We got down blah, 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 over her. Meanwhile, she was dogging him out for some Mexican dude named Dude, literally Dude. And so we just joined forces and we just got together. We jumped Dude and fucked him up. And I remember she had a brother. I think his name's Jaime. You know, Jaime Casanova. But I'm pretty sure his name was Jaime. And I remember him. He liked us and shit, but he kind of saved Dude's ass. You know what I mean? Because we're gonna fuck him up every time we saw him, right? And once again, we were like nine years old, whatever. And sure enough, when I was in the fucking county jail, Jaime Casanova was right there for fighting a murder or a life sentence and shit, anyways. And that was crazy ass small world, because he remembered me from when I was my child, when we were kids and shit. And then his sister came to see him. She still looked the same, ironically. How weird is that? I mean, fucking go figure. You know what I mean? She looked like just an adult version of the same person she was when she was young. That was a trip. And another time, another like small world, like the stories get bigger and bigger. Well, another time was when you guys remember this fucking freeway is all bouncy. You guys remember the party line back in the day? They had a little gangster party line, and you call it up, and you'd be banging on each other like, whoa, 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 where are you from? Whoa, 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 fuck your hood, fuck your hood, fuck your hood. But then there'd be girls too in their groups, and they'd be saying their hood, and you'd be hooking up, and you'd be like, call me back, and so they'd like spit their number, and we get their number, and we'd hook up, and we had a lot of we've done it a lot of times as when I was like a teenager and shit, and even up to like, well, I couldn't go up too far because I was in jail most of the time, but we hooked up with, like, I remember there was the Dogtown girls, and it was the Hannah's from Dogtown, and the fucking Hannah's from Tunaville, you know what I mean, and wherever else, you know what I mean, and and Harpies, girls. This is where it's funny, and it goes from Harpies, right? Well, so we're out there in the street, and we were like La Traviesa. I was with my homie Travieso, and then La Mousy was with I guess whatever, I don't know who, but just whoever, you know what I mean. But everybody was fucking like. It's funny because almost the names matched up on that time. The ones from Harpies, right? Well, there's this one girl. I'm not gonna say her name just in case she's married to the homie and shit. But because she was, I think. Well, anyways, put it this way: my homeboy from my hood, she was like hooking up with, right? And years later, I'm in the county jail. That's why I was in the county and Medium North. And one of my boys in there from Harpies, that was my road dog too. And fuck it, I said, see, I mentioned him before. That's why it was Crook from Harpies. There's Mexican Crook and Black Crook. I know them both. But Mexican Crook, he went to visit, and I went to visit. And it was funny because his lady came to see him. Was like hooking up with my homeboy and shit. And then she see me and her face got all pale, and she said, "Oh shit!" And it was just funny as shit. And she started talking real fast. She told Cook, she's like, "Hey man, I swear, man, we were together at the time, or we never did nothing, or whatever the fuck she said." She was panicking and shit. And I was like, "Wow, that's fucked up. That's a cold situation." And small world. And I know another one, actually, okay, this is a funny one. Maybe it will only be one parter because I think about this going quicker than I thought. There's another situation where that I didn't guess. Oh shit. But I still trip on this to this day. To this day I trip on this one. Alright. My when I was in that dorm, well, I'm just talking about Medium North, the crew, the little crew there, the little group, our little like head motherfuckers, it was this dude they call Sleepy from Los Rascals, and Sleepy from Los Rascals, and then then there was Crook from Harpies, and then it was me, and then we had like our little squad and shit, right? Well, Sleepy was like my boy in there, you know what I mean? It was crazy. Like, well, I guess years later, apparently, I come to find out that he changed his, I don't know if he changed his nickname, but he changed his hood, and he ended up becoming, because his dad was like from Clanton. So he became, I don't know if he was Sleepy from Clanton, but he was definitely from Clanton after that. And my boy, one of my dogs from my hood, my homeboy Puppet, he got into it with that dude. I call him Sleepy from Rascals and shit. he got into it with them to where, like, my homeboy called him out, and that fool straight, like, he got, I guess he kind of bitched out, but then he pulled a PC move, and he got my homie and shit. He stuck my homie, and then my homie fucking basically went and patched himself up, and fucking something like that, and then fucking got his ass, and I believe he got a shoe for that one, but, and then that fool that he got, Sleepy, he ended up locking it up. So because he was scared, you know what I mean? Fucking, I guess, because he pulled a straight PC move on my homeboy Puppy, and my homeboy Puppy fucking, and my homeboy Puppy ended up getting his ass and shit, you know what I mean? But, fucking that right there, I tripped out on that shit because, like, what are the odds of that? Like, I was his road dog in the county, and then he's over there trying to stab one of my homeboys in the state, you know what I mean? With my homeboy him getting him, and that was just over a personal little, like, beef, I guess. And my homie just punked his ass though, fucking after he just got him good, and like, got him like a bitch. You know what I mean, I got him like a bitch. Let me word that differently. He got him, and Sleepy ended up just locking it up, like straight, like fucking, I don't know, because he was scared. What to say? I don't like talking shit about people. You know what I mean? Like, calling names and shit. So I had to check myself there. You know what I mean? Fucking, I try not to. I'm not perfect. Sometimes my emotions are a little bit, you know, sometimes I'll be like, man, fuck that bitch, whatever. But I try not to do that about anybody if I unless I really hate that person. And see, I didn't hate this guy, but he ended up fucking hitting my homie and shit. And my homie, like I said, my homie got him after that and punked him basically. But you know, that's kind of shit. Then he locked it up, so fuck him, you know what I mean? Whatever, you know what I mean? But yeah, that's a crazy small world. And then where it gets even deeper is that same dude, Sleepy from Los Rascals, at the time, but then he became Clanton. Remember I said his dad was from Clanton? So, well, in the county, he had a, that's the gas. Now I'm gonna need gas. Okay, then there was a couple of dudes from Clanton in there that in the county that were kind of like, I don't know, in cahoots with Sleepy because of his dad, and those are the guys that were involved in my first pegada when I hit the state. You know what I mean? Like, so that was a crazy small world. You know what I mean? And and then one of my little road dogs, also in the county for a little while, was Bullet from Rebels. What's that? Rebels. And we go to fucking visit, and no, excuse me, I go to visit, and my homeboys came to see me, right? Because, like, shit, my homeboys, my homegirls, my fucking family, whatever, they come visit me and shit. Well, my homeboys came to see me in the county, and I told them, yeah, I'm over here kicking it with Bullet from Rebels, and my dog fucking from my hood, Blanco, Mark, he ended up, he got all pissed off. He was the one visiting me too. You know, I'm mad. I'm like, what do you mean? What the fuck are you mad about? He's like, that's the motherfucker who shot me for. Okay. So my road dog, one of my little road dogs in the county shot one of my road dogs on the street. But I didn't know that it was Bullet from Rebels that shot him. I knew he got shot by Rebels, but I didn't know it was Bullet, the one I was kicking it with. So that was like, what the fuck the odds of that? You know what I mean? I've come across it a couple times. Actually, yeah, that's kind of funny. And then I know I'm missing some more, like, small worlds. Actually, I'm sure there's a lot more. God damn it, to hell. Yeah, here's a good. Okay, so it's that one. There's okay. All right. Then there's the homie, my boy, Sharky from Eastside Clarence, right? Eastside Clarence, that's my boy. Hey, what's up? Shout out to you, Sharks. He might be watching this. I mean, he has watched a few of them anyways, because he'll be in the comments. And me and him, we know that same dude from Clownthon and shit, and that's how we ended up talking. So that was another small world, and we ended up connecting like that. And then I'm on the street, and I'm at a Tommy's, and I run into Sharky from Eastside Clarence. So it's like, fuck small world, you know what I mean? There's just so many. There's so many, you know what I mean, that I don't know. It's just a trip. It's a trip. And I know there's more, but right now I gotta use the restroom and I need to get some gas. And so I'm gonna cut this short. So with that, I'll come out with the story tomorrow, something different. Anyways, on radio, tonight is definitely a late night, guys.